Hello, hello. I'm going to wait a couple minutes, see who's able to hop on here. Doing an impromptu live for this beautiful, glorious Lions portal, the 8-8 portal. Happy 8-8, everyone. For those who will be catching this on the replay, well, I mean, for everyone, really. If you haven't seen the Lionsgate portal video, I definitely suggest that you check that out. But we are in these energies now, and they are, well, there are a whole bunch of things, and we're going to get into that and tap into that with some cards as well. Hello, Heather Marie. Hello, Angel Energy. It's so wonderful to see you guys. I hope you're having a beautiful 8-8. And other places in the world, I'm not sure if this date has already passed or if it is coming up tomorrow. I'm not quite fluent on all of the time zones and exactly what day everything's happening. So for some of you, that you may be catching this just before or just after. But as we know, although the pinnacle of the energy, many say, can be felt on this day, this portal's been open for a while. We've been feeling these energies, and we're going to continue to feel them right through that full moon in Aquarius and the 12th, and probably beyond that, honestly. Hello, Pamela. Hello, Lou Kaiser. Hello, Dimitri. I was just about to take a nap too, Angel Energy. It was go live or take a nap, and at first the nap was winning out, but then I got a second wind, and I decided I really wanted to jump on here with you guys and just touch base with everyone, see how you're doing. Go ahead and hit that like button if you have. Somebody read my mind and just hit it as I was saying that. If you have not yet. This energy, it's going to feel different for different people. And I was thinking about that over the past couple days. And I really wanted to address this because I think that there's probably people out there who are feeling more of the purging aspect of this portal. You're feeling the endings, the beginnings haven't quite come through yet. Right. But we are experiencing those endings because everything that is not meant to be in our reality at this point, and by meant to be, I want to be careful throwing out phrases like that. Anything that is not in alignment with where it is that we are going is really being pushed out. Anything that's not working, I guess that's the simplest way to put it. If it ain't working, if it's broke, it's for most of us at this point, it's not about fixing it. It's about letting it go and moving on so that we can welcome in the new energy that wants to come in. So anything that's not working is going to be very apparent. There's going to be a lot of endings for people. There's a lot of purging going on because we are receiving such powerful high voltage energy and so much light that is forcing more of that which exists within us, which is not a match to that light and that frequency. It's forcing that to the surface and forcing that up and out. We have a lot of really intense astrology still going on right now. We have that T-squares evident, and we talk about this in the full moon in Aquarius video. With the sun, we got Saturn, we got Uranus, the north node, we got the south node. Mars is still active in that conjunction with Uranus and the North Node. And there are videos on all this stuff. So go ahead if you haven't yet and browse through the recently uploaded videos after this live. If you're unaware of some of this stuff and you haven't seen those videos yet, because there's a lot of really good information in there. Hello, Eve. Hello, Tequila. So wonderful to see you both. Yeah, the purge was intense for you, Angel Energy. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. Oh, we had a powerful thunderstorm the other day. It was really funny too, because I was sharing with the people that I was with the intensity of the thunderstorms when I was out west, when I was in Sedona, and the way that purple forked lightning would come through the sky. It was like a bright violet color. And then the lightning looked exactly like that when it started going off. It was almost like spirit heard me and was like, oh, is this what you were talking about? Let me show you. So yeah, those thunderstorms have been powerful lately. And I love that. I've actually been told that Zeus is one of my guides. So I love that Zeus, that's been coming up a lot lately. This is the second time that Zeus has come up. So I feel like that's a reminder for those of us that he watches over, that he is with us right now. All of our guides, all of our angels, all of our team, very much with us, very much working on our behalf to assist us with these energies. Hello, Monica. Yes, yeah, we're talking about the Lion's Gate. We're talking about the full moon that's coming up. There was a lot of really interesting stuff that came through in that full, like that I wasn't expecting, that came through in that full moon video. A lot of ways that that energy is being worked with. It's a major portal that's opening up with that full moon in Aquarius on the 11th. So if you guys haven't checked that out, there's a lot of different segments to that video as different energies were coming through. There's a lot of people using that for both positive and negative polarization. So make sure to shield yourself, but get in there and put some of that positive energy out with that full moon. And yeah, make some magic happen, you guys. I'm going to start pulling from the Akashic Tarot to start this out when we start pulling the cards here, because I'm feeling called toward that. But yeah, it's a power-packed week. This energy is always extremely potent, extremely powerful, and we're just riding the wave. But yeah, if you are experiencing the purging aspect of this portal, I remember I was actually, as I was getting ready to do this video, I was remembering what I was going through during the last Lion's Gate portal. And it was a really fascinating experience. I kind of had to dip back into some old behaviors and old habits the night before that portal. And I was a hot mess for everything that I did during that portal, including the live that we did for the portal last year, including like a really important, like there was a lot of important, great opportunities going on and a lot of important stuff where I was not at my best for it as a result of falling back into these old behaviors. And it was really easy to beat myself up about it. But what I realized was that I had to dive back into that darkness to really let it go. And that's what that was. And it wasn't a really deep dive. It was a bit of a shallow dive, right? Because I respect that darkness. I respect the forces I was playing with. But yeah, I delved back into some addictive behaviors. But in that process, I was able to really see it for what it was and to let it go on a deeper level than I think I had been able to up until that point. And I think the reason that I'm sharing this is if anybody is going through a similar experience this year, just know that that's totally normal. And that is an aspect of this energy, right? Where as we release on a deeper level, sometimes we have to dive back into the darkness to release it. All right, so let's get right into it and start pulling some cards for this Lion's Gate portal. Let's see what energies we can tap into here. The 8/8 portal and the full moon upon us is real life. Yeah. This was the first deck you ever got, Angel Energy. This is a really powerful deck. And I wasn't drawn to it for a long time. I have a good friend of mine. We started our original YouTube channel together. It was called Intuitive Insights with Kayla and Kassia. And I have it linked in the description box below if any of you guys want to check it out. It was really fun. Hello, Lisa. Welcome. We had a really good time doing it. She's amazing. She has her own channel, Kayla Divine Channel. And she used the Akashic Tarot all the time. And I was never particularly drawn to it. And then all of a sudden one day I really felt the pull to get it. And I couldn't believe that I hadn't yet because it really is incredible. I guess I just wasn't ready to play with it yet. Hello, Jamie. Welcome, beautiful. Yes, what a day indeed. I mean, as I've shared with you guys before, sometimes I don't know what's up or down right now. It's really hard for me to tell what is postpartum, what is the ascension symptoms, what is just being in this human body right now. So you guys are my eyes and ears when it comes to a lot of that. My energy is constantly going like this anyway. It's definitely a wild time to be navigating these hormonal surges. That is for sure. My body still doesn't know what to think or what to do. Following the past 9 months or so, or 10 months now, I guess. So it's a wild ride, but I think the energies are pretty potent and pretty powerful. Hello, third eye vision. All right, let's see. Let's tap into the Akasha a little bit. What guidance do we have for our viewers for this beautiful, luscious tribe? What's going on? What does Spirit want us to know? I just heard what's coming. All right. And so there's a lot of energy of what's coming. It's like we can feel it. It's not quite here yet, but it's on the way. And so it's that forward thinking that Spirit wants us to have right now. We don't want to focus on what has been. We want to extract the lessons, the wisdom, and the virtues, right? But we want to be more focused on what's coming and what is right now. Hello, Diana Boss. Yes, absolutely. Nearly unrecognizable. I think a lot of us, we've been going through such a transformation, and that transformation, although it is inner, that inner always trickles into the outer. So for a lot of us, we don't recognize our lives or ourselves for that matter. And that is going to continue to intensify. So we have to embrace that, embrace the unknown, embrace the unexpected, embrace the changes and the transformation, and just allow it to continue to progress. And I think that's what was really meant by that, like, forward thinking. All right. Don't cling on to the past versions of you. That's not you anymore. All right. You don't live there anymore. Right. So don't cling on to the past. You'll take a nap while listening. Perfect. All right. So the two cards that we had come out here were the Two of Forces, the Willow, and the Three of Scrolls, setting your intentions. And so we are really being called to set those intentions right now, because we're being reminded that this is a huge manifestation gateway, and we are manifesting very, very powerfully. And so just really always be thinking of your intentions. Always be thinking of the actions you can take that support those intentions, whether the things that you're thinking are in support of your intentions, right? Think about those loops that the brain goes in. And one thing that I'm being reminded of right now that may be helpful for people is to kind of write down your thoughts or jot down your thoughts throughout the day so that you have more of an understanding of the loops that your thoughts generally go in, because most of us, we think in loops. And so it's kind of very similar thoughts that we have over and over again all day long. And sometimes if we're not writing those down, we overlook the fact that we're like the fact that we're having these specific thoughts over and over again. It's kind of like similar to if you're trying to make a budget, it can be really helpful to write down everything you buy so you can have a physical account or ledger of where your money's going. It's the same idea with your thoughts. Spirit is saying your thoughts are your currency. And so it really is exactly like that. So what are you putting in the bank? All right. And what are you spending? And really pay attention to that through this sort of charting of your thoughts. All right, so we're going to look at this. All right, well, the Three of Scrolls popped out, so I will look this over. I feel like we have that energy. I want to look into the Willow, though. I feel like the Willow is opportunity. That's what it feels like to me. And the way that these cards, the way I feel like I want to place them, it has this. It goes like this, right? So you see how he's looking through these, it looks like an old school version of binoculars or something, or like a really, I forget what they call those things. There's a name for it that I can't remember. I almost said like a photography camera, but then I looked at it and I saw it's like, it is like a binocular, but they used to call it something else. But he's looking towards, it looks like the way I have these cards, like he's looking toward this tree. All right. So this is us looking forward, looking toward the opportunities that want to manifest for us in our lives. And this energy of the rainbow has been coming through over and over again. It's been popping up a lot in my life. We actually saw a double rainbow the other day. It was really, really beautiful. And I took that as a sign from my guide. So I love that the rainbow, I know we have some other people who have been really resonating with the rainbow energy lately as well. Hello, Stanley. Yeah, absolutely. Always reframing negative thoughts. Absolutely. So I'm seeing that as spotting the opportunities and focusing on the opportunities, focusing on that which is lush, that which is rich and full of abundance, full of promise, full of plenty. This card can also represent travel and relocation. So this is an energy. Some people, you may be setting your course as far as like wanting to move, wanting to relocate, being drawn somewhere, whether this is just a trip and a single voyage, or whether you're actually picking up and you're relocating your life. Hello, I bet. Welcome. All right, yeah. So let's look into the willow a little bit, see if there's anything else that wants to come through. And so if that's your whatever your focus is, let it be your focus. This is a time where we're really being shown also, as we always are, through the circumstances of our lives, what our focus has been, right? Because we manifest and create that which we are thinking about, right? Our thoughts and the actions that follow those thoughts and support those thoughts are what's creating our reality. So we're really getting an opportunity to look at and understand where our thoughts are focused through looking at what's going on in our lives, what is transpiring around you. Let's see. This indicates, the willow indicates a time of calm, a time of plenty, a time of power, a great time for reinforcing your foundation, whether this is involving your work, your family, your spiritual journey, your beliefs. Standing confident in your truth. That is beautiful energy, you guys. I really like that. So this is where Spirit wants us to be headed. This is where Spirit wants us to be focused on what's coming, on what we're creating. And the Spirit is reminding us that what we're focusing on, what we're putting our attention on is what is setting our course right now. Spirit also wants to remind us that our vibration is setting our course above all else. And so people always talk about the 5D earth like it's a place, right? But really above all else, the 5D is a vibration. We can be living in that 5D right now if we so choose, and we choose by our vibration. The timeline of our own ascension process is dictated by our vibration. Everything is about vibration, you guys. The entire universe, it's all about vibration. And so just pay attention to that. And if you don't know what to do, just do things that raise your vibration and everything else will fall into place. Going away this weekend, perfect, Angela. And hello there. Clear. All right, let's get some more energy here. Anything else? And Spirit wants us to be open. Spirit wants us to be open to possibilities so we don't overlook an opportunity. I feel like the willow is like a magical realm that we're being invited to step into. Yeah, setting your course for the new earth, whatever that means to you, right? Setting the course to your new life. Like we said, a lot of us, we feel that our lives and our, like ourselves, right, are unrecognizable. And that's going to continue to be the case. All right, we have the Queen of Keys coming out here. Interesting. And I believe the Queen of Keys, I want to say, would be similar to the Queen of Pentacles. And notice she's holding a book there. While we were talking about writing things down. I feel like for somebody too, and hello, Lightmaker, welcome. I feel like somebody, if there's somebody watching this and you've been thinking about writing a memoir or writing a book, you're being guided to do that. We're being guided right now. Wherever it is that we've received divine inspiration and we haven't followed through on it, we're being guided to follow through. Oh, I love it, Lisa. We're being guided to, sure, absolutely, write a song. Absolutely. A poem, a song, a book, whatever the case may be. Whatever this thing is where you've received the inspiration, you've been dragging your feet on it, Spirit is saying now is the time. You need to do it. Hello, Angela Moon. Welcome. If it's not the first time, then it's definitely for you, Heather. All right. Yeah, it's time to do that thing because that thing, that's your willow. That's your key. And the simple act of doing it is going to help to bring you into this vibration that you are seeking, that unlocks the door to the 5D for you, to the 5D experience. So it's time to do that. It's time to stop thinking about it and start acting, and absolutely write it down. Write it down. Like what I'm thinking of right now is, and I mean, I've been high sunny days. I've been thinking about this just on a personal level. Like I've wanted to start recording some of my experience in these early months of my son's life, both for him and for me. And I haven't done it yet. So I'm relating to it on that level. I mean, I have books I'm not sure what the book is that I'm going to write yet. So that one doesn't apply as strongly to me right now, but it's all of us. I feel like we have something, because what I'm being reminded of is the fact that these are like the records, the historical records. This is like when we write something down, that's a way that we leave a legacy for future generations. Like, yeah, in this generation of technology, right? I mean, theoretically, these YouTube videos could be around for hundreds of years. They could not. All it takes is one server to go down the wrong way. Oh, that's so interesting. I just saw a spark of light shoot out, and they're gone forever. But if I write down my work, if I write down my thoughts, my experiences, and I back it up, that energy can continue for a very long time. And there's also an energy of like, and I'm going to make a separate video for this because this was really cool. So I got thinking, those of you who are familiar with Sabian symbols, and so there's like these channeled symbols and images of the different degrees of the zodiac. And I have a book that has like a different take on those energies. And I was thinking the other day of the trajectory of some of the planets. I was thinking about Pluto in particular, and the energy of how Pluto's only in 2 different degrees throughout every year. And Pluto represents, to me, our soul's ultimate evolution. So looking at those degrees and seeing like what they have to say in relation to what we've experienced over the past year. And it was really on point. So I'm going to do a video for you guys, reading that stuff for you guys, because it's really fascinating. But one of the images, it talked about this energy of examining history so that we don't have to repeat it again, and how collectively we are really going to be doing that in 2023. And this is what this is making me think of too, right? Once we write it down, once we record it, there's then something to look back on, right? It's so important that we look back on our history so we don't have to repeat it, unless it's the good things, so that we can repeat. It's like a recipe, having a recipe for the things that we want to repeat, and having a recipe for the things we don't, so that we can add different ingredients if we don't want to get the same result. Maybe there's definitely the energy of moving in the cards right now. Hello, Sonia. Hello, Brian. Yeah, don't we all love a good thunderstorm? All the energy is so. I think lightning is my favorite element, my favorite aspect of nature. It's just so, there's so much power in lightning. All right, then we have the muse coming out, you guys. Yeah, get creative, do it. What is your inspiration? That's what Spirit's asking you right now. What inspires you? What lights you up? Surround yourself with more of what inspires you. I mean, unless it's a toxic ex or something like that. I will say, so I write poetry, but I have difficulty writing poetry. I use it as a tool when I really need to vent really powerful and overwhelming negative emotions usually. And so my muses have been my most toxic relationships and experiences. So I guess that's an example of where we may not want to surround ourselves with what inspires us if it's kind of like that kind of an energy. Or maybe you do if you really want to get a great, like for instance, a great song written, and that's what inspires you to do that. Then I'm not telling anybody what to do here, but we're learning how to gain inspiration from the beauty around us as well. So what inspires you? And this isn't just like when we're talking about creating, it's not just like what inspires you to create a beautiful song, right? Or a beautiful poem or a beautiful book or piece of art. It's like what inspires you to create a beautiful home? What inspires you to be a more, I don't want to say a better person because I hate terminology like that, but a more refined or a more purified or cultivated version of who you are? What inspires you to step outside of your comfort zone? What inspires you to heal your trauma, to heal your wounds, right? That's your muse. And so I think for a lot of us, through this Lionsgate portal, we are being gifted the opportunity to recognize that which inspires us and to create something beautiful out of that inspiration. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling for that. King of Forces on the bottom of the deck. I feel like that imagery is somebody's gonna get something from that imagery. So I'm gonna hold that up for a second. Hello, Sophie. Oh, that's a good question, Sophie, or Lisa rather. I don't know if you're a member of Pete's group on Facebook, but that might be a good question to ask on there. Yeah. That's the thing. And when you are looking at what you can contribute and what you want to do to be of service, then you really you want to look at what can you uniquely give. What do the people that you want to help, in this case you're saying the Heyoka empaths, what do they need or desire that you uniquely can give? And when I mean that you uniquely can give, I mean that you can give in a way that is unique, in a way that is very much yours. And a lot of times the things that we've been through and the ways that we've healed and bounced back and become stronger from those things, that's the blueprint that shows us how we can then provide healing for others as well. Been forever since I did heal myself, so much experience. Never behind the times, Eve. You're always right on time. So we have, this is coming out again. This is interesting. The Five of Scrolls, diversity. This came out in one of the readings that I did the other day. I can't remember which one it was, but this energy is really continuing to show up for us because Spirit really wants us to diversify. Spirit wants us to try different things. And this could even be a partial answer to your question, Lisa, as well. Like additional answer there is don't just say, all right, there's this one idea and I'm going to have tunnel vision around this one idea because this is what I think is going to work. Try a bunch of different things and see what catches on. And so like a smaller example of this that I'm thinking of right now is some of the guidance I got in the YouTube for Astrologers class that I took with Nadia Shah a couple of years ago, was when you're starting out a YouTube channel, make videos on all kinds of different topics. When you have a small audience and they haven't grown to expect one certain thing from you, you can play around with different ideas and see what catches on, see what people like. Don't box yourself in. And that's a good energy. That's a really, that's something really powerful to remember all the time. Don't box yourself in. Don't commit yourself solely to one course of action, to one idea, to one thing. Allow yourself to diversify. I feel like Spirit's going to be giving us a lot of options. A lot of us are going to have a lot of options and opportunities coming up. And so we're going to have choices. It's very Seven of Cups kind of an energy. And Spirit's saying, like, you don't have to choose one thing right now. You don't have to be one thing right now. All right. There's so much pressure, I guess, in this world, or people are really encouraged to, it's like everyone wants to be like their own brand at this point. You know what I mean? Like they have a certain image to maintain. They have like a certain way that people see them, and they need to continue to behave and to act in a certain manner because that's what people are accustomed to. That's what people expect of them. That's the box that they've kind of put themselves in. And so Spirit is saying diversify. In every aspect of the word, diversify. Right? Just be who you are. Do all the things that you love. There's a way to pull together a lot of different energies and make them into a cohesive whole. But right now it's all about expansion. Allowing yourself to expand, doing more things. It's not even, for some people, it's not even that you necessarily need to give up. Say the thing that you're doing is not bringing in the energy that you're needing it to bring in. It's not necessarily about scrapping everything. It's just about adding more to what you do. Or doing it in some different ways, offering it in some different ways to appeal to some different energies or audiences. This feels like a business kind of a thing here, right? Like you have a business and you sell one product and it's not selling very well, but you really love selling that product. You don't have to get rid of that. You just want to add more. And you want to find ways that you can make what you offer more unique, more custom fitted. Right? It's interesting because we think of customizing something as the opposite of diversity, but it's not necessarily, because it creates more options as long as you're customizing to each individual. So I don't know. That's going to be helpful for somebody, I guess. We have the Akashic library on the bottom of the deck now. So really working with this energy. A lot of us, I think, as we continue to move forward, and hello, Sophie, as we continue to move through this 8-8 energy, of course, with every portal, every time we move through these energies, more and more of our spiritual gifts are being unlocked. But what Spirit wants me to remind people of right now is those gifts are unlocked through our healing process. And so if you're going through a purging process right now, if old wounds are coming to the surface, that is okay. That is absolutely perfect, because that process of healing is cathartic and it is actually opening you up to more of your spiritual gifts. So allow that process, embrace that process. Most of our gifts are hidden beneath wounds, beneath traumas. A lot of this coming from past lives. And so many people throughout this 8-8 portal, you're having an opportunity to tap into your personal Akash and to heal some of these energies, to heal some of these deeper wounds. So really allow yourself to go there. Like in a meditation, I'm seeing some people doing meditations. I'm seeing one in particular where you're like walking down a hallway with the doors, all the doors. That's like a guided meditation that I do, that I assist people with in Theta healing. We work with that energy of the doors, and that helps people to access different memories. Or when I'm playing around with the Akashic, with the Akashic record energies, sometimes I like to imagine that I'm in a library and I'm pulling a book off the shelf, right, and cracking open that book, and there's that book energy coming through again. Isn't that interesting, you guys? But tapping into that energy. And a lot of us, we're doing this subconsciously. We're not even doing this on a conscious level. But as a result, memories are returning to us. And those memories are assisting us in healing. They're also bringing through inspiration. Yeah, that's too many cards. But I do like how the top card here is the Eight of Scrolls, Paths Unknown, because this is what we're being guided to walk, is the unknown path. North Node conjunct Uranus, conjunct Mars, right? Walking the unknown path. This is the path where you are unrecognizable to yourself. This is the path where your life is unrecognizable. And it's funny too, because isn't that what so many of us thought that we wanted? And then when we start receiving what we want, all of a sudden the ego pops up and is scared and wants to resist, right? I'm being called to pull some Keepers of the Light oracles for you guys. It's been a while since we've used this deck. But I want to see what guidance, what messages we have from the Keepers of the Light for this 8-8 Lionsgate portal. Clear. Who is coming through to assist us at this time? Who has a message for us? Messages from the Keepers of the Light. Right now, what I'm being reminded of is I did one of the healing modalities that I practice. My favorite modality is called Belvaspata, Angelic Healing of the Heart, and I did a self Belvaspata healing on myself, and during the healing, the angels showed me how I could access different parts of my being, and the way that they showed me it almost looked like when you see the inside of a tree with all the rings. And what they showed me was that those rings represent, they're like files, and they all represent different lifetimes, different incarnations of myself, different me's and different dimensions, I guess was another way you could put it. And they showed how I could almost run my finger through it in my mind like a file cabinet and choose the file that I wanted to access anytime I wanted to call on a different part of myself in a different situation. Oh, thank you, Jamie. Yeah, there's quite a few of you on here now who've received Belvaspata healings from me. It is, in my opinion and my experience, the most powerful energy work that I have received. The angels and the beings of light that I work with in the Belvaspata, they are so powerful. They have the capacity to bring such profound healing. It's my favorite thing to do. It is also something that I teach, and I teach it online as well as in person. All right, let's see what Keepers of the Light have messages for us. And we're so grateful for you, Lisa. I love you so much. All right. Paul the Venetian coming out, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So once again, this energy of, do you, Jamie? That's awesome. Yeah. Once you connect with those beings and those angels, they're with you forever. They really are. It's so beautiful. But Paul the Venetian here, reminding you once again in a very gentle and loving way that you are meant to share your gifts, to share your voice. Blogging. I feel like if somebody is thinking about starting a blog, that's a really great idea. And I feel like if, for instance, you want to work up to something else, like say, like you would really like a YouTube channel, but you're not quite there yet, start out with a blog. Start blogging and getting your energy, getting your thoughts, getting your ideas out there. And that will inspire you. Or a podcast. Podcasts are great. Yeah. The blog can be great inspiration for a podcast as well. Or somebody I think just wants to blog. And that's awesome. Absolutely do that. But there's so much inspiration and so much love coming to you. So share it. Share your talents. Share your gifts. And when it says with grace, what this means is share it with the highest intention for the highest good of all. And I like how it says share. And what I'm being reminded of here is that when we share something, it's like Spirit doesn't want, I don't want to say it doesn't want you, because Spirit doesn't really is kind of impartial to what we do, right? But at the same time, like Spirit is reminding us, like, you don't need to, when you're creating, this is the option that's being offered to us. There's a better way to put this. Don't create for somebody else. Create for yourself and then share that with others. and exactly who's meant to resonate with that will. All right. Yeah. And it may, who knows what the timeline for that could be. What is called the Belvaspata, Eve? And so this is something that I was thinking about the other day, actually. I was thinking about this because I was thinking there's a lot of really trending topics right now. There's a lot of really trending things that people like to watch and listen to. People love to hear about twin flames, right? There's a lot of stuff like that that people love to hear about. And there's a lot of different things that I could do to play to different audiences that would probably make my channel grow a lot faster, right? If I catered to certain topics, certain things, but they're not the things that I feel called to talk about. They're not the things that I feel called to focus on. It wouldn't fully resonate with me because sometimes I feel like these energies are counterproductive, and I don't want to do something just for the sake of getting views or getting followers, right? And that's not what it's about. It's about sharing my passion and being genuinely who I am, right? And sharing that with the people who appreciate it and who also vibrate with that energy. And so this is a great reminder for me and for anyone, right? Don't worry about what's popular. Don't worry about what is like, don't package yourself to appeal to a certain audience. That's not really what it's like. Don't peddle something that you don't want to buy. All right. That's kind of the energy of it. That's the energy that I'm feeling. Don't feel like you have to do that. Create what you want to create, what speaks to you, and put that out into the world and allow that to speak to who it's going to speak to. And allow yourself to get inspired. There's just the muse. There's so much inspiration in this reading. Like I see this inspiration like waves literally crashing down upon us. And so what are you going to do with that? How are you going to use that? Oh yeah. Kids are wonderful teachers. Hello, Amber. I'm so glad that you caught this one. I'm so glad you're here with us. Hello, Solik. Yeah. Trust in yourself. Do what you do. There's a whole lot of people out there like who are doing a lot of things, but nobody's going to do it quite like you. And there may be something that you do or something that you're passionate about that's different. And ultimately that's your golden ticket. So keep at it, create for you and share that with the world and allow that to resonate with who it's going to resonate with. I guess I'm not going to keep saying it because I think I'm starting to repeat myself now. Always do it for the highest good. Exactly. Yep. Your brain is faster than your mouth. I know how that goes. Yep. Some type of way of sharing what I am experiencing because of a distrust of outside energies. I get that, Jamie. I get that. There's a I get better and better about like sharing personal things with you guys. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's just that I tend to be a kind of a closed off person when it comes to that. That's my Cancer rising, I think. It's a journey. And that's why I like the blog. And there was a point in time, I think I've actually started, I have my Venus is in Gemini. And so I tend to, how that affects me when it comes to my creativity is I tend to start a lot of projects and not follow them through. This channel has been really beautiful for me in the way of assisting me. Hello, Sunny Days. Welcome. Beautiful to see you here. In assisting me in learning how to follow through with things. Because I get really excited about something and I put energy into it. And then I kind of like it fizzles out. And so I think I've actually had a few blogs over the years. And they were anonymous. And the reason that they were anonymous was that allowed me to share my experience without having my name tied to it. And so it's kind of fun like that. It's a way to be able to do that without having to feel like we're revealing ourselves too much. But yeah, it can be scary. And there is that fine balance, right? There are things that are meant to be shared, and sometimes there's things that don't need to be shared or spoken. And it's the art of being able to interpret that and being able to dance that line. I guess you would say walk that line. All right. What else? So if you are looking for courage in sharing your gifts, if you are looking especially for assistance with sharing from your heart space, is what I'm being told, Paul the Venetian is here to assist you. Then we have Horus coming through, and I like this cosmic gateway. We know we are in a cosmic gateway right now. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Miraculous changes. Do you believe in miracles? Do you believe in magic? And that was one of the major things. I think we might have addressed that in the Heal the Healer's wound clearing. It was this energy of believing in miracles, trusting in miracles, trusting in our ability to facilitate and experience and witness miracles. There's a lot of people who don't. There's a lot of us who, and it's because of past life wounding. So I think we addressed, some of you guys were there, joined for the Heal the Healer's wound. That is still available for purchase. The details on how to do so are in the description box below. I think, didn't we tap into some of that energy of witnessing miracles, believing in miracles, feeling safe, accepting, witnessing, and performing miracles? But it is the changes that are ready and wanting to occur in your reality are miraculous. The only thing holding them back is you. And by you, I also, right? If I point one finger at you, three are pointing back at me. So trust me, this message is for me too. The only thing holding us back is us. All right. Do we believe that it's possible? Yes, all possibilities are possible, but do you really truly believe that in your heart of hearts? Once you do, that's what causes the floodgates to open. But your thoughts are creating so rapidly right now. So really stay on top of those. That came through at the beginning of this reading. That guidance is coming through again. I feel like Horus wants to guide us through this gateway. He also wants to assist us in the mastery of our thoughts. And he's coming as a protector and a guide as we're moving through these miraculous changes, to help us embrace them, to help us navigate them. I'm being drawn to the Eye of Horus. Some people may want to work with that right there. Some people may want to work with that energy. It is a symbol of protection, among other things. That was actually the first tattoo that I got. You can't really make it out too well, but it's in here with the Ankh. Wearing that symbol, working with that symbol, drawing that symbol, meditating on that symbol. I feel like meditating on that symbol and allowing your consciousness to move through the eye in the center here. It's like he wants to show you something. He wants to guide you he wants to show you a vision, to share a vision with you. And that's if you move through in meditation, that's how he wants to take you through the meditation. Anybody who's interested, I believe. I always have public projects without anyone close to knowing. Hello, Sophia. I love it. Yeah. And there's an energy to be said for this as well. I'm pretty active in a lot of areas of my life. I have a lot of aspirations and dreams, and I am very grateful to be in a place where I've been actively pursuing those for some time now, right? Stepping through my fears and my limiting beliefs in order to do so. But I don't necessarily advertise everything that I'm doing to everyone. I don't talk about what I'm doing. I just do it. And the people who are cognizant notice and pay attention. But I don't, when I'm pursuing something, when I have a goal, I don't make it public knowledge generally. Sometimes I talk about it with you guys, right? But I don't reveal every step that I'm taking. I just take the steps. And so I don't know, that may be helpful for somebody. It's this energy of less talk and more walk. And there's an energy of just not putting it, it's like there, when we put things out there to a large audience, like our innermost dreams and desires and goals and aspirations, sometimes it's like our manifestations, right? We want to be cognizant of who we're sharing those with, because if people don't believe in you, if people don't believe in your manifestations, they share that energy with you, then that can kind of tank your vibration and bring you down. All right. So you don't need that extraneous energy kind of, or that distraction really of worrying what other people think about what you're doing. And this comes back to the do it for you energy again as well. Possibilities are endless for anyone. Exactly, Brian. Exactly. Duality and polarity. Absolutely. That is a very important thing to teach and to understand, to be able to work with. All right, so we have Kuan Yin coming out as well, care and compassion. So we have grace and compassion coming out in this reading. So there's a lot of that gentleness. We're being called to be gentle with ourselves, to be gentle with others, to be giving, to offer help where help is needed. But to know that line too, right? It's that energy of what was it? How did I put it the other day to somebody? I really liked the it really got the point across. It was something like, I'm not going to sink trying to teach somebody else to swim. So that's the line, right? We want to be offering that helping hand where that help is appreciated to those who are going to appreciate it and do something with it. But we don't want to be over giving to the point where we're dragging ourselves down. But if there's a way that you can make somebody's day a little better, make somebody's mood a little lighter, always take advantage of that, as long as it doesn't compromise you or put you out. It's like that's something that this world has lost, right? Is those little gestures. I have a friend, and I absolutely love it. She's so amazing. Every single time she rides on the highway, she pays for at least the person behind her at the toll, if not the next few people. She's always finding these little ways to pay it forward. It's like those small gestures that go a really long way. You know, this doesn't mean like stretching yourself so thin that you can't afford to eat to try to help somebody else, right? It's not like that over giving, that over sacrifice, right? But it's like these little gestures that we can do to make people's lives better, right? To bring a little sunshine into somebody's day. All right. Choose to be love. It's like choose everything out of love. When you do so, you can't go wrong. But real love, right? Authentic love, not distorted love. That's where a lot of us, that's the trap a lot of us fall into, right? We make choices and decisions based out of distorted love. What is distorted love? Distorted love is validation. It's codependency. It's all of those lower vibratory energies. Real love is a frequency. It's a vibration. And when we settle into that frequency in our hearts, and then we allow that to guide our choices and decisions, we can't go wrong. So we have Master Jesus, forgiveness, coming out with Hilarion, divine healing. And so what this says to me, these two cards together, there's a powerful healing available to anyone who wishes to accept it during this portal through the act of forgiveness. Who can you forgive? I feel like for a lot of people during this portal, it's actually going to be about forgiving ourselves. Forgiving ourselves for not doing better when we didn't know better. Forgiving ourselves for allowing ourselves to be harmed, for putting ourselves through situations and experiences over and over again that we didn't need to go through, right? Forgiving ourselves for not being perfect. Hello, Baymax. Wherever this level of self-forgiveness is needed, and absolutely for some during this portal as well, it's going to be about forgiving others. That's how we set ourselves free. It's not about the other person. It's about setting ourselves free. Hello, Pamela. Yeah, absolutely. We get what we put out. So how can you practice care, compassion, and forgiveness today? There's a powerful recharging of our spirit that's possible and available to those of us who are able to tap into this energy in order to practice. It's like being able to forgive somebody that you have not been able to forgive, that you've been struggling to forgive for a really long time. That's what I'm seeing for people during this portal. Hello, Sonali. Hello. Oh, I already said hello to Baymax and Pamela. Yeah, there's a level of forgiveness that's achievable during this portal because it is such a big heart opener on a level that we haven't been able to access before. Sorry, there's something else I'm feeling. There's an energy from these cards that I haven't quite fully tapped into yet. Just powerful activations. I mean, you see the symbology around him. It looks like light language. The heart activation is so powerful during this portal. The emerald light. There's something with the emerald light. We have the blue ray here. We have the emerald light. I'm just seeing waves of this healing energy. It's like all we have to do is tap into these waves. Hello, Jen. Yeah, we always, it's never an accident. We always come at the exact right time, right? Yeah, it's like there are just waves of this heart opening energy. And all you have to do is close your eyes, open your heart to it, set that intention to tap into it, and they will wash over you. And it's like surrendering to that energy, because it's surrendering. Like when we hold a resentment, it's the opposite of surrender. We're clinging on to that for dear life, right? And so it's like, why? What am I getting from holding on to that energy? Sometimes when we understand what we're getting from something, it's easier to let it go. I'm wanting to pull a couple Gateway of Light activation oracle cards to close today. See what other activations we're receiving through this 8/8 portal energy. We have Transcendence on the bottom of the deck. I love that as well. And what I'm feeling also from this Lord Shiva is I'm feeling alchemy. We're alchemizing so much energy during this portal. Forgiveness is an energy, is a tool of alchemy, just as acceptance is a tool of alchemy. All right, these are the energies that we want to harness, that we want to practice. All of these energies that are coming to the surface, when we talked about this purging and releasing process, they're coming to the surface so that we can alchemize them. And we have awakening presence under that, all right? And supreme protection. All right, we are all being so supremely protected and guided throughout this energy. And as we alchemize these lower vibratory energies within ourselves, right? That awakens a deeper level of presence and remembrance within us. It's like that is the key. Then we see Jesus, and we see that through the heart center here, this blue medallion, we see the cosmos behind him. This is where we begin to access our multidimensional nature, to awaken that higher spiritual presence within. It's through this transmutation, this alchemy. Heart of Source just happens to be on the bottom of the deck here, all-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, serenity, unconditional acceptance, and forgiveness, right? Because forgiveness is a form of acceptance. We're accepting that something happened. We're accepting that we can't change it. We're accepting that on some level our soul contracted or requested that experience for growth, and then we're releasing it, we're letting it go. And that's how we access and achieve serenity. Clear. Forgiveness is the ultimate act of compassion for ourselves, not for the other person, for ourselves. Listening to this is bringing a rain cloud to me here in Texas. Oh, beautiful. I love that. I love when we have the weather interacting with us, right? It's such a powerful confirmation from spirit. Exactly. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive me. Remember, in the eyes of spirit, there is nothing to be forgiven. But on the human level, this is absolutely an energy that we must master. In order to become master alchemists, we must master the energy of forgiveness and acceptance. All right, what activations are we receiving through this 8-8 portal? This gateway of light, as it were. We have the ancestral realm coming out. Karmic release, healing the lineage, boundaries. Absolutely. And we talked about this energy, right? We had, leading us into this 8-8 portal, we had that conjunction of the North Node with Mars and Uranus in a squaring or in an oppositional energy to Saturn. Or a squaring energy to Saturn, rather. Sorry. All right. We have the sun and the moon activating these energies during the full moon. All right, we have essentially a grand cross going on right now with the sun, Saturn, the nodes, Uranus. It's all in the Aquarius, Aquarius full moon video. But this is powerful karmic energy. And so as we move through this 8-8 portal and we move into that full moon, there is a major karmic release. There is a karmic release happening during this 8-8 portal, of course. But with that full moon, it's just off the charts. That energy. All right. So this is deep ancestral healing. This is deep healing that goes back lifetimes, ages. And you see how this golden light coming through here, right? Do you see how that's in the shape of a double helix? It looks like a DNA strand, kind of, right? Or it is a DNA strand. There is something that is unlocked within your DNA when you are able to release this karma, and you release it through forgiveness. Through the act of forgiveness. This is what your ancestors could not do. They could not forgive. I almost feel like for somebody in particular, there's an energy where it's like your ancestors placed a curse upon a person, upon a land, something like that. And your role is to reverse that energy through the act of forgiveness for those who wronged your ancestors. And in doing so, you unlock something that has been lying dormant within your DNA. And it's almost like you unlock this, but everything is linked, right? Everything is in a consistent, is in a constant now, right? An eternal now. So as you unlock this within your own DNA, you unlock this throughout your whole ancestral line. That's really powerful. So whatever this curse was, the way to heal it is through forgiveness. Any ancestral curses that you are working with, whether this is one that was placed by, or whether there was a curse that you feel was placed on your ancestors, still the way to alchemize that is through forgiveness. Forgive the people that cursed you or the people that harmed you, and you will unlock and unravel. There's like a huge energy here. A huge burst of energy and a huge powerful activation that comes from that. For some people, I feel like traveling to a power place is going to assist in the healing of these energies. Interesting. Let's see what else is coming through. Does that resonate for some? It's powerful. That energy was powerful. Dimitri, yeah. Hello, Melody. Hello, welcome, Dimitri. Yep. Yeah, light maker. I mean, this is going deep like that. Mm-hmm. What else? What else wants to come through? We have the Orion activation coming through with angelic frequency. Oh, this is beautiful. Rebirthed by light. I love that. And as we know, the Orions, very active during this 8-8 portal. During today, as we are recording this live, on the 8th of August, we have Orion's belt aligning with the Great Pyramid of Giza. We have the heliocentric rising of the star Sirius, right? The alignment of Earth and Sirius. And Sirius has been active ever since that first week of July, when we had that Sirian gateway, when the sun and Sirius aligned at 14 degrees of Cancer, right? So that Sirian energy has been pouring in. And now it's reaching another peak. All right. And Orion, the energy of Orion, very intertwined here, very active. And I'm wanting to talk for a minute about the energy of Orion. And I relate to the energy of Orion. Hold on one second. Oh, wow, Pamela. Yeah, that's powerful. So you're healing, you're providing healing for that land. Yep, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. How do we all stay this connected when we are just learning to exist and multitask? We're always connected. We don't have to, it's not something that we have to actively practice. We're always connected. It's just remembering that. What are you struggling to stay connected with? I look like I'm wearing leather armor. This is a spiritual war, man. We got to armor up, right? Yeah, we're always connected. It's just about remembering and recognizing that separation is the greatest illusion that ever existed, right? That is the illusion that the third dimension is built on, ironically. Yeah, so I'm being drawn to talk a little bit about the energy of Orion. So Orion first of all, Orion is known as a stargate, an interdimensional stargate. And what that means is that it's a portal through which you can access other galaxies. And so a lot of those of us who are starseeds who came from other galaxies or spent time in other galaxies, we would come feasibly. This is a very 3D way of looking at it and explaining it. I do acknowledge this, but this is just what I've heard. It's kind of like we move through that energy of Orion, that stargate of Orion, in order to access this galaxy. And Orion has a negative reputation to some, because it is a civilization that went very dark. And so this doesn't mean that all the inhabitants of Orion are dark. What it means is that the people in positions of power utilized a lot of psychological warfare, a lot of mind control, a lot of very dark tactics in order to basically gain control over the population. There are a lot of wars in Orion. There's a lot of heavy energy there. And there are a lot of starseeds who fled Orion and came to Earth to escape that energy. Of course, it's ironic, right? Because we're experiencing the same thing on Earth that they experienced in Orion. I'm getting a ringing in my right ear right now. I identify heavily with the Orion star system. I do believe when I was told that I had Orion energy, and I read more about them, it resonated a lot with me. And I realized that that's probably why I'm so passionate about freedom of speech, about freeing people's minds and the mind control and the manipulation that goes on in this reality, right? Because that's something that happened in Orion as well. And so some people have the misconception that all of the star seeds from Orion are dark. They're not. Many fled that dark energy. Many think I also think came to this earth as sort of like freedom fighters, because that's what they did there, and they were damned if they were going to let that happen to another planet. All right, so there's a lot of beautiful star seeds and a lot of beautiful and benevolent energy in Orion. It's not all that dark energy. You know, we want to be careful whenever we try to label anything as good or bad. You know, people who are well-versed, I guess you could say, or really dig into the extraterrestrial energies and starseed energies. A lot of people, reptilians, get a bad rap as well. A lot of people believe that reptilians control this galaxy, right? Or this planet. And whether or not that's true, they also think that all reptilians are evil, and that's not the case either. There's good and bad in everything. There's light and dark. I want to say light and dark because I don't like good and bad, because those are judgments. I guess light or dark may be a judgment too, right? But there's different expressions of energy in different extremes. Neither one is right or wrong, good or bad. And we have both. Nothing is only one thing, right? How could it be one thing if we are everything? The opportunity and the obstacle, conviction to anchor light. Absolutely, light maker. Just reading a few of these comments here. Yeah. So that energy, and so Amber, I want to address that for a second. The just saying what comes to me. And so that is because I feel like there's a lot of people who are working on unlocking their gifts right now. And so that's what channeling is. And I didn't realize this or understand this at first. So I feel like there's a lot of people whose gifts are already expressing. It's just you don't recognize it for what it is. All right. And so when I just randomly have like a thought pop in my mind, like you should talk about Orion right now or something like that, that is the way that spirit is channeling through me to get the information through that somebody needs to hear. It pops into my mind as an idea, or I'm reminded of something, a thought. All right. And so that's part of the way that I channel, and we all channel in different ways. And so it's all about recognizing that and embracing that and not second guessing yourself and allowing yourself to just flow. The less we resist and we try to say, well, why would I share that right now? Why is that important? Why does that matter? And we start getting in our heads. That's when we block off the flow of spirit. The more we can just allow ourselves to not judge whatever is coming up and not worry about the relevance of it, not worry about why and if it makes sense, that's when we allow that channel to come through and be more clear. And so for a long time, I compared the way that my gifts manifested to other people's. And so I didn't think that I had any gifts, or I didn't think that they were coming through or developing. And I really stunted my own development in that way by expecting it to look like a certain something or a certain someone. And so it's just about really trusting that everything that comes through is coming through for a reason, and just going with it and allowing that flow to happen. So I think that there's a reason that you commented that, right? And that's going to help somebody, is just that little tidbit right there. Everything is relevant. That's an example of how everything is connected, the interconnectivity of everything. Hello, Ashwaja. Can you say something about twin flames? I'm not picking up a lot of twin flame energy about twin flames in this particular reading right now. What I can say is that the most important aspect of the twin flame journey is understanding that we are our own twin flame first and foremost. the unification of our own divine masculine and feminine energies is what is most important. That is what the journey is all about. The outer counterpart, when we experience the journey externalized in the way of another person, they're simply a catalyst to trigger this internal journey and this internal unification process. And so that's all I really want to say about twin flames at this time. I do have a video on twin flames if you want to check that out. Going into some of these energies more deeply, there's one with Eric from Divine Conversations. That is linked. I think it's under informational videos. There's probably a couple videos that I've done on twin flames if you want to learn more about that energy. But lots of unification with any types of soulmates. That's been coming through for a while in different forms. Yes, bless you as well. So it's all about that internal journey. We have the external persons like the carrot that spirit dangles in front of our face to get us to do the internal work. A lot of people don't pause. It's always good to have a pause, right? That's the receptivity of the feminine. That's the balance of the masculine and the feminine, the do and the doing, the action, and the inaction, right? The receptivity. All right, let's see what else here. And hello and welcome, Susie Sunshine. Hello, T. Welcome from Ireland. I love that. That's beautiful. All right, so good. Piggybacking back to this energy right now. This energy, this Orion energy, they are assisting you in recreating yourself and recreating your reality. All right, and being reborn. There is like the shackles that we have placed upon ourselves, the limitations that we have placed upon ourselves, the box that we have placed ourselves in. Because that's the thing. A lot of people will say, oh, society placed me in this box, right? No. Society told you the way that you should be. You are the one who chose to conform to that. And you are the one who can choose something else in any single moment. It's all choice. As soon as we realize, it's like when we're talking about the mind control aspect, right? As soon as you realize that your mind is being controlled, you are then in a position to free it. Awareness is key. Awareness is 9/10 of the game, you guys. So yeah, but it's recreating your reality however you choose. And then the angelic frequency, I love this, especially since we were talking about the Belvaspata. And I'm sorry, I had stuff that wanted to come out, Eve. I think it was you that was asking about the Belvaspata. If you go to my website, I actually describe what it is. There's a tab that I have dedicated to the description of what Belvaspata is, as well as what Theta healing is. And so if you're curious about that, go check out my website if you want to learn more about Belvaspata. It is a bit more obscure. It's not highly practiced. It's not nearly as widely practiced as Reiki or some of these other forms of energetic healing, but it is incredibly powerful. So I love how the angelic card came out, the angelic frequency. You are being protected. All right. If there is somebody who's been feeling alone, who's been feeling abandoned, your angels this card is coming through because your angels want you to know that you are being guided. They have not abandoned you. Sometimes there are certain journeys that we need to take that our soul decided ahead of time it needed to walk a certain path alone. And so for people who feel as though you're always super connected to your team and all of a sudden sometimes you feel like they're just not there, right? It's like you're picking up the phone to call and they're not answering. It's because there's something specific your soul needed to do without I don't want to say external guidance, but there's a path you needed to walk. You needed to feel alone because that's how you were going to get your strength. But your angels are always with you. They're always beside you. For some people, it's like, I feel like your pain or your grief, something you've gone through, the pain and grief of that experience has blocked out your ability to energetically connect with your guides or your angels. It's not that they're not there. It's that the pain and grief that you're experiencing is more powerful. But this portal is giving you a huge opportunity to heal that. And you are safe. They want you to know that you are safe. If this is also, you are safe, you are protected, don't worry about that. Do not fear. Do not fear. That's a huge energy here. And this is also somebody else. There's somebody who's been examining or exploring their connection with the angels lately. You've been suspecting that you have a powerful connection with them, that you're meant to work with them in some way. This confirmation is for somebody who's been questioning that, saying that you absolutely are and you absolutely should. Let's see. On the bottom of the deck, perfect. I love it. What do we have? But serious star blessings. Proceed, be seen, push through. We talked about this portal and how it is linked to the energy of Sirius, right? So we had Orion coming out here and Sirius. Sirius is known as our spiritual sun. All right. It is the sun of the sun's sun, if you will. It is a powerful and potent force of healing, high vibrational spiritual energy. That's why this is we have the most powerful high vibrational energy of the year pouring in around this portal from the beginning of July to the middle of August. The dog days of summer, right? That refers to Sirius. You're being supported, you guys, by it's like somebody, we have Seraphim's gateway under that too. The Seraphim are the highest choir of angels, all right? Somebody is extremely energetically protected. The angels are heavily protecting you and heavily guiding you. You carry angelic energy. You carry angelic templates and light codes, and those are being activated during this 8/8 portal. Voice activation, your voice. You channel angelic energy through your voice, through your healing touch. The more you step into your heart, the more powerful a channel for this energy you become. But somebody is really, really protected. And if you've been worrying, if you've been experiencing fear or doubt, your angels really want you to know that they've got your back. You are an earth angel, right? You are in other incarnations, other expressions of your divine form. You are an angel, all right, walking this earth. And you have so much support from your angelic team. And the angels are backing you. And they are saying, do not be afraid to let yourself be seen. Do not be afraid to walk your path, to shine your light, because we have got your back. We are protecting you. We are guiding you. You cannot fail. You will not be harmed. All you have to do is continue to express your purpose, to live your purpose, to walk your path. Everything else is being taken care of, essentially, is what that's saying. Yeah, there's a powerful blessing here with this Sirius energy. Sirius, known as the most high vibrational star. I want to just take a look at this here and see if there's anything else with Sirius that we want to read. Let's see. The message that comes with this gateway is a giant yes. It brings the energy of wishing on a star and seeing that wish come true. This is a time for you to move forward with any projects or ideas that you have felt called to carry out. There is an energy of positivity, abundance, and excitement surrounding you at this time. Whatever dreams you've been revisiting recently aren't dreams, but premonitions. Ooh. Know that whatever you're connecting with on the inside is soon to be something you'll be experiencing in the physical. So think about what you desire instead of what you fear. See yourself celebrating as if your wildest dreams have come true. As you do so, you'll be creating the perfect energy for them to manifest in your world. And that really stuck out to me, that energy of whatever dreams you've been revisiting recently aren't dreams, but premonitions. All right, some people having some very powerful dreams right now, receiving some powerful guidance in your dreams. having visions, your clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, all of these gifts are really being kicked into overdrive for some people. And I think it was, I forget what reading it was that we did recently, Clear, where we talked about, it was part of the title, I think, was Lost Dreams Awaken. So there's, if you are, like some of you guys, you're receiving premonitions, it's like, Clear. When you, even your daydreams, I want you guys to look at those as premonitions. All right, really, really believe and step into the energy of believing in your manifestations in order to receive them. Yeah, this was a really great reading, you guys. We have more about karmic board clearing karma, like that clearing of karma. So strong and so powerful right now. That's beautiful. And then the Stargate heart chakra opening, unlocking generosity. The energy of generosity continuing to come through for you guys as well, for all of us. And so really acting with that generosity of spirit. Giving from the overflow, from that open heart space. Karma is one of the things that keeps us kind of like locked in this wheel, right? This hamster wheel of the third dimension. So that clearing of that karma is essential. And I'm going to repeat for anyone who wasn't here, for part of that, the way we clear that karma is through forgiveness, acceptance and forgiveness. All right, you guys, I love you. I'm going to try to catch up on the chat for a second here before we close. If you haven't hit that like button yet, please do. I love you guys so much. You are incredible. Let's see. Hello, Liz. I missed you there. Hello, Brian. If I didn't say hello to you, it's always wonderful to see you here. All right. I think I got everyone here. Yes, claim that energy, Susie. I love it. And so it is. Hello, Sophie. Hello, Jen. Yes, thank you so much, guys. You are amazing. You are incredible. Have a beautiful 8/8 portal. If you have the opportunity to do some meditation, do it. Continue. This energy is not over today, right? Continue to get out there. Get those direct downloads and light codes from the sun itself. All right, get out there, bathe in its light. Set that specific intention while you're out there. Practice forgiveness, practice generosity of spirit, compassion, understanding. Allow the healing and the purging and the releasing that wants to take place. All right. Allow the transformation that's occurring to occur. Step into the unknown. You've got this. Thank you so much, Susie, for that donation. That is very sweet. Very much appreciated. If you know anyone who will benefit from these messages, absolutely share this video. There are links as well in the description box if anybody does feel called or moved to donate to the channel at any point. But just know that your energy, your presence here, it feeds me and fuels me so much. I appreciate you all infinitely, simply for being here, for sharing your energy. This is such a beautiful tribe of amazing souls. If this is your first time finding this channel and you are liking the vibe, then please come and join the tribe. We are so happy to have you. Remember, your vibe will attract your tribe. So be who you are, shine as who you are, live in your authenticity, share from that authentic heart space. Everything else will work out perfectly as it is meant. Sumya, we do exactly together. Together we can do absolutely anything. I'm not sure, Lisa. I'm not sure if I am or not. I try to send out, if people donate through PayPal, I try to send a thank you note on there or in the chat on Venmo. If I haven't acknowledged, then I absolutely appreciate your donations. It's been a little crazy with the baby and everything, so I'm not quite on top of everything as well as I would like to be all the time. But I feel like we're doing all right. But thank you. Any donations are much appreciated. Although, like I said, your time, your energy, and your love is donation enough. Thank you, Amber. Thank you. Yes, he is thriving, my little boy. He is 5 weeks old now. Yeah. I should actually probably go check on him now. So I will let you guys go and I will talk to you soon. Bye.